Hello, my sexy and beautiful people of the internet. My name is Diego, also known as the Chilean Retro Gamer. And, well, if you follow me on social media, I made a couple of posts during the last week in which I've been pretty much complaining about my internet. We haven't had any sort of access to Wi-Fi connection during the last 6 days. 6 days in a row without internet, basically. Which sucks all sorts of dicks, cocks, and penises. So, there are probably a couple of questions that you might have about all this. How did you manage to upload this video in the first place? Well, that's pretty much how I've been able to survive this whole week. I've been only using my phone internet for both working and entertainment purposes. At least I got a sort of acceptable phone internet plan that allows me to work from home. Remember, I'm with the home office thing due to this coronavirus shit. So yeah, I've been using my phone internet pretty much without issues. Very minor issues. I've been able to, read and send emails. And of course, work in general with some relatively, decent and functional internet connection. But of course, for emergency purposes. It's not 100% stable, but dude, I try. Well, the thing is, customer service for my internet provider is a big piece of shit. Pretty much like all customer services for any internet company ever. When they have too many complaints from people, of course, they decide not to answer the phone, not to give you any quick reply, not to send a technician quickly enough. So yeah, 6 days without Wi-Fi. Obviously, I haven't been able to upload the videos I regularly upload, or at least the ones I plan on uploading. Of course, I have a very difficult time trying to watch a YouTube video on a decent quality. Not to mention watch live streams, and of course, live streaming itself is impossible with my phone internet. Maybe it is possible for very good connections, but mine is pretty much, again, just functional. But don't expect it to have, being able to do anything I want with it. Besides, I have a limited plan, or a limited data plan. I have 30 or 40 gigabyte plan monthly. So yeah, I can do right about enough things with it, like working, like watching a YouTube video at 480p. And also this, upload a video, a 10-minute long video in 480p quality, which is pretty much what I can offer at this moment. I really hate it when I got all the motivation that I lacked in the last 6 or 7 months, if not longer than that, to do YouTube and live streaming on Twitch as well. And yeah, of course, the internet prevents me from doing what I like to do, and that motivation that I had first goes to shit in a matter of days, thanks to this piece of shit provider that doesn't give you good customer service, doesn't fix shit, doesn't give any explanations about what happens. And of course, I have the most basic type of internet with a very basic fucking connection. And you might be wondering, well, what about fiber internet? Well, that provider specifically doesn't give or doesn't offer fiber connection in my area. So yeah, on top of all that, they are lazy fucks who don't want to do the cable work in my area to give me a better service. So basically I have to deal with what they have to offer, and it fails, and of course they don't even get it functional, you might be saying, yeah, you're complaining about something that everybody suffers from, especially in a pandemic situation where everybody uses the internet at the same time at all times. Well, not to mention, I had this very same issue 2 months ago, if you guys remember. I uploaded a video explaining this whole lack of internet situation. 4 days without internet, then I got it back for 2 days, then it goes out again for another 3 days, and then it comes back for another 2. So on and so forth until they fixed it, or at least that's what I thought. Well, the thing is, I've been able to work just fine for the last 2 months without internet cuts and things like that. You know, without internet failures as a whole. But yeah, it happened again, and 6 days in a row without any sort of fixing. It doesn't come back, the signal. No response from, again, customer service department. So apparently they have no intention in fixing it or even reply to my messages or my calls. And considering that this situation happened twice in pretty much 2 months, I have decided to change the internet provider that we have. It's the same provider I've been using for the last 12 years, pretty much my whole YouTube career, except for the first months, I don't know, 5 or 6 months of my YouTube career. I started with another provider that was starting to fail constantly, so we decided to change to another one, which is the one I've been using for the last pretty much 12 years, 12 consecutive years. In general terms, with good results. Of course, there are specific episodes of failure and many days without internet, but that's really a thing that doesn't happen or didn't happen very often. Again, it doesn't matter how much of an excuse you have for the coronavirus shit. It's not normal or even acceptable to have lost connection for pretty much an entire week without any explanation for it. Or just keep it minimal. Yeah, there is a failure in the area, we are working on it. But yeah, no updates of that at all. And again, it happened way too often, one episode after the other. So I convinced my mom, who is the owner of the house in the end, that we change internet providers to pretty much the only internet provider in the area that can offer fiber internet. Again, it is still possible that that internet fails, but at least I'll be upgrading to something better and for the same price, pretty much. So yeah, I mean, maybe we needed an excuse to actually change providers for good, and yeah, this is definitely a good one. Besides, I'll be paying for it. Again, I convinced my mom, he said yes, so we are changing providers, hopefully by tomorrow, Tuesday. But sometimes when you get super excited about things, they don't end up happening right away. So I do not want to be super excited about that fact, because maybe my house is not compatible for such connection. Maybe the technician will not come for whatever reason. We just had a very heavy rain, so that maybe could be a good reason for them not to come. Or he. It's usually just one person. So I do not want to get super excited about it yet until I actually get the new connection and give a new opinion about it. So until then, obviously no live streams. However, if this situation continues, again, I just want to think that this will be over by tomorrow. But what about it doesn't end tomorrow? What if that happens? Again, it's likely. I want to keep contact with you guys, so I'll try this. make short videos with commentary at 480p, but at least acceptable enough quality for you to watch. And tell me what you think. Again, I hate it when I finally got the motivation to do YouTube stuff again, and of course the internet fails. So at least as a temporary solution, I'll be just doing random videos with different games, keep them short, a few times a week, in order to keep myself active on this whole YouTube thing. Wow, this boss is actually much harder in this game. Yeah, in case you haven't noticed, I'm playing the fan game, SOR Remake. Well, 11 minutes to beat the first level. About enough. So yeah guys, tell me what you think about these formats. Yeah, this 10-minute video will be pretty much like 500 megabytes, and that will take me around an hour to upload, but it's really worth it to keep myself active and at least to let you know guys that I'm not dead or unmotivated, and I want to keep on doing what I like to do. I'm not gonna post this because maybe I will continue. Anyway, thank you for watching, and please give me your feedback if you like. See you next time.